day.
Yeah, sir. Please, can you tell the your name, sir?
I am Otumba Kayode Wells, the chairman of the Organization for Community Peace Reconciliation, popularly known as Sagamu Peace Agenda Forum.
Okay, sir. What can you say about the recent unruly act of this cyber criminal, popularly known as the Yahoo Boys? What can you say about their recent unruly act?
It is a known fact that they are quite unruly in the community, especially here that we are, Sagamu. Though we hear cases of their unruly acts, criminal acts in other neighboring towns of Remo. But I would want to be specific about our own town, which is Sagamu. It is no longer news that these boys drives recklessly. It is no longer news that they unruly approach elderly people within town without fear, without respect. They are so unruly to an extreme that can no longer be tolerated. In recent times, I can count 1 or 2 or 3 people that have died untimely due to the reckless driving of these boys. They are indeed not good drivers, and they go about with vehicles without number plates. This suggests, should anything untoward happen, should any accident or whatever happens, how do you locate the driver? So in Sagamu now, if you find any vehicle without a number plate, obviously the driver would be discovered to be a Yahoo boy. And I wonder why the security agencies have not long been after them, because I can't understand why one would go about town with a vehicle that is not numbered. Supposing anything happens, how do you trace such person? More so, recently we got reports of how they molested, harassed innocent citizens within Sagamu. This portends danger, which we as an organization that is primarily registered to foster peace, that is registered to ensure peaceful coexistence, cannot overlook. We heard on how they attacked someone and the person died like a day after. We also heard of someone they rammed into. The lady just closed from work and was on her way home. This young chap just rammed into her, and that was it. The lady eventually ended up dying. This was a lady that has about 3 or 4 kids. Who looks after these kids? Who looks after them just for the recklessness of some stupid guys around? Your check would tell you that these boys are less than 30 majorly, 20s, less 20s, 23, 24, 25 and so. And they're commanding ill-gotten wealth. I believe this has really influenced their reasoning to make them feel they are above the law, which is it's unacceptable. It shall not be condoned. I am too sure the community and every stakeholder in Sagamu will not fold their arms while watching these boys continue to wreak havoc. You need to come out during the lockdowns on Saturdays, Sundays. You need to see how reckless they drive. They have no regards for law enforcement agencies. They have no regards for our vigilantes. They run to roadblocks in very top gear, top speed. So much that should there be need for any one of them to hold the brake, what you will experience is multiple accidents. Why? Because they are always running bumper to bumper. They are always running as if there is no one that can tell them the right thing to do. You dare tell them the right thing to do, the next thing is for them to attack you. I wonder how anyone would now think we could fold our hands to keep watching this when we claim to be registered to ensure peaceful coexistence. Supposing they attack someone that would not take it lightly, supposing they attack someone that would want to do a kind of counter attack, what do you think that could lead to in Sagamu? So we are saying no. We are speaking out loudly to say no to the recklessness of these Yahoo boys, despite the fact that whatever business they claim to be into is an illegal venture. We all know Yahoo boys are known as they are into cyber crimes. So what gives these guys the audacity to go about town unruly, careless, reckless? Recently I heard what they did to the chairman of the local government. You can imagine one idiot, someone that is not even as old as the chairman's son or daughter, attacking the #1 citizen of Sagamu local government, and you expect us to fold our arms and be watching? Obviously we won't. Obviously we won't. So
as the chairman for Organization for Community Peace Reconciliation, what are the steps the organization is actually putting through to curb all these acts?
Yes, thank you. Part of the steps is what we are doing now. We have endeavored to start a kind of reorientation and awareness on the social media. I'm sure they are also going to get this message clean and clear, that the community has risen up. The community is saying their unruly activities can no more be condoned. We are meeting with the royal fathers, we are meeting with the stakeholders, we are meeting with every concerned resident. I wouldn't want to say indigents. All the residents in Remo, I would want to meet them. We will want to meet them separately or collectively to sit down together to fashion out methods that can be adopted to curb these excesses. But most importantly, I think it is high time the security agencies, the law enforcement agencies, it is high time they get on top of their responsibilities, which is to start arresting any vehicle and the driver of any vehicle without number plates. Because to the best of our knowledge, these vehicles are owned by these boys. Yes, nobody is questioning how they get their money. Nobody is questioning how they get the kind of vehicles they use and all that. But what we are saying is we must live peacefully. We must coexist peacefully. The other time we visited the husband of a lady that used to work with Olaoluwa filling station. This lady was killed untimely. She was murdered. Saying killed could be an understatement. She was murdered on a bike going home, and somebody just rammed into her. This person that rammed into her, on getting to the vehicle, was found with alcohol. Was found with alcohol. Evidently, that he was drinking before the incident happened. Several occasions, you find them, they will hold alcohol drink in one hand while driving with the other hand. This must stop.
Can we say this is as a result of the NSAS whole movement? Do you think these guys are actually acting under the whole NSAS movement?
I wouldn't want to really ascribe it to the campaign against the SARS, because in all honesty and sincerity, the SARS too were the SARS too went too far. They went too far in their approach. If they had been arresting, prosecuting any one of these boys that they were attacking, they were harassing, because I would want to call it harassment, it would have been a better thing. We would have much more encouraged and embraced this. Rather, the information has it that they collect money from them. They collect huge sum of money from them. So much, I would even want to say that their activities then even increased the high-handedness of these boys, because they believe money can do everything. They believe money. They will tell you to your face. They will tell you to your face that they have money. They will do whatever they can do, whatever they want to do. Money will settle it. Why? Because they have been arrested and been offered the opportunity of paying to get out of the hook. So the SARS has nothing to do with this. There is an adage in Yoruba land that says, Onilu, Ololetulu Eshe. We know them, we know ourselves. As long as the community says it must stop, then definitely it has to stop.
I understand the fact that the Organization for Community Peace Reconciliation can't do this alone.
Sure.
Definitely. Which other security agency do you think can work hand in hand to come?
Obviously, we have the vigilantes, we have the police, we have the so safe vigilante arms. Of course, we have the Remo Traditional Council, we have the Remo Security Council, we have Sagamu Security Councils, we have the DSS. We all hands must be on deck, because we can no longer fold our hands to see innocent citizens dying unnecessarily for the stupidity, for the recklessness of one small boy.
So it's the Akariba way of this.
Sure. You definitely, the paramount ruler, His Royal Majesty Oba Babatunde Adewale Ajayi, is a peace-loving person. He's a peace-loving personality, and obviously, though we've not gone to meet with him, but I am sure he can never and he would never be happy hearing all this that we are seeing. He can never be happy hearing that some reckless person kills innocent subjects of his. And you think he could be happy over that? Definitely not. He won't.
So do you have any last word to the people?
Well, the last warning from us at Organization for Community Peace Reconciliation is that every parent, every guardian should, as a matter of urgency, call their words to order. They should just call them to order. They should let them know nobody is after them. Rather, what we are praying for, what we are asking for, is for them to live orderly. Is for them to stop taking laws into their hands. Should there be any complaints, should there be anything they found untoward towards them, there are avenues, there are places they can lodge their complaints, and I can very well assure them that their complaints would be urgently treated as well. So the warning to all these boys in town is that even as much as we tend to overlook their source of wealth, as much as we tend to overlook the atrocities they have been committing within the town, we can no longer fold our hands to see them, to watch them kill innocent citizens. It is unacceptable.